All right, it is now time for the Week 10 recap, Week 11 preview. As the fantasy playoffs picture is heating up, we will go real quickly over last week's games as a lot of things happened, a few surprises. Starting off with the first game of last week, myself versus Bill. Everyone was calling Bill's team a bye week team. Zach wishes he could face him every week. Bill did put up a decent score for once, a lot better than his previous weeks, 119 points, but my team finally popped off after a bunch of sluggish weeks and scored the most points of the week, 162. It was a all-around solid effort. I hope they can all take this effort into the next week because I'm going to need it when we get into the preview of next week as I'm facing Zombie, whose team is all back. But Kamara led the way with 34 huge points. Other than that, everyone else scored double digits. That's what I wanted to see. Got the win. Needed that win. Puts me at 5-5. Puts me right in the last playoff spot by points for. Bill falls to 3-7. It's looking very bleak for Bill as he is now taken on last place in the standings by points for, as he has less points for than Pete. So yeah, it's looking pretty bleak for Bill. He's almost out of it. If he loses next week, he will definitely be out of it. Although he did get a couple decent performances, but overall not enough as my team just popped off. Thank God, because I did not want to lose to Bill and be really hurting. He didn't make any comments, although he's been making some comments all week about how he thinks his team is better than some and how he scored the fourth most points this past week. So I guess he still thinks his team is decent.
Yeah, he rode on that train.
Yeah, I guess he thinks his team is decent. I
But
mean, credit, he did put up a decent amount of points this week,
Yeah,
a
but
lot
he's
more
not here,
respectable.
so he doesn't get to
But
talk.
yeah, he's not here. So we will move on to the next matchup. And this was the
Yikes.
surprising one of the week.
Yikes.
Cheese versus Hunter.
I should have had-
Cheese gets
I
the
should have
win.
had a lot more points, but
Gets
Russell
the
Wilson was
win.
like, "Oh, be terrible."
Yeah,
So-
he had a bad game, but
He
if
should
you
have
would
had
have told
25
me,
points.
if you would have told me before the week started that Russell Wilson would have 9 points for you, I would have said you're gonna lose.
Well,
But Hunter's team laid an egg,
not-
78
Yikes.
points
not
for
good.
Hunter's team when Hunter really
Yikes.
needed a win. This was a crucial game for Hunter, and his team fell
Yeah.
flat. Cheese gets the win, another under 100-point win for Cheese. He just keeps racking those ones up
I know.
like they're nothing.
Wait,
making some
total over
people
100-point wins?
Yeah, I think you got one like last week
Yeah,
or
you
the
have
week
like one or
before.
two.
But making a lot of people salty in this league that he continues to score under 100 points, but gets the win as he's now 5-5. Although where the under 100-point wins hurt you is your points for,
Yeah, my tiebreaker's
as
real low.
your tiebreaker, you're non-existent as you're currently in 9th place based off tiebreaker because there's a lot of people at 5-5. But Hunter, this really hurts his team as he
Yeah,
falls
I
to
know.
4-6. He's gonna have to
Matt Prater.
yeah, he's going to have to. Yeah, you got to choose 16 points. That's pretty good. That's more than your quarterback. If you would have told me that before the week, I would have said you're definitely going to lose. But
Gio?
Hunter's team all around, I mean, his running backs did okay. Kareem Hunt got 16, even though Chubb was back. Henderson got 10, but everywhere else, Jared Cook with a goose egg. His wide receivers really let him down. A.J. Brown only had 3 points on that Thursday night game. Dropped a
Yeah,
crucial
don't scroll down
deep
to my bench.
touchdown pass. Yeah, he dropped a crucial touchdown pass in that game.
Actually, scroll down to his bench.
Yeah, his bench, Marvin
Oh,
Jones,
Marvin.
23
Yeah, Marvin
points.
Jones. And
Darius
Slayton
Slay.
had
I
a
mean,
good
it was
game.
gonna. I mean, yeah, you could have possibly. Didn't you trade for
I
Marvin
didn't
Jones?
expect Slayton because they were up against Philly, but
Yeah,
whatever.
Philly's an ass, but
Wait, did Tim Patrick get exactly what he was projected? It's pretty cool.
Philly has a good defensive line. That's it.
yeah. So overall, a disappointing week for Hunter's team. Cheese still right there in the playoff hunt. If you can string together wins, just keep stringing them along somehow. I mean, you can only play you can only face who you're playing. I mean, Hunter scored 78, so you win the game. That's just what happens. Any comments, Cheese, on your possible? I mean, I know you see you changed your team name to maybe. You just think maybe you might get into the playoffs.
My only hope is I'm getting. Well, Nixon is. I don't know what is going on there. I don't know what. They're saying he's day to day every month now.
Who?
So Gio could be a starter, and then I got
Oh,
most of it coming
Mixon,
back.
yeah. Well, I will be
Next week.
rooting for the Bernard season this week, Cheese. You have my full support on that,
It's
as
Bernard-
Zombie
Change
has
my name.
Mixon. Yeah. Hunter, crucial game for you. You really needed to win
Yeah,
this one. I
uh,
mean, you still got a chance, but you're going to need to
I have
string
to win
together
out
wins
all
and
my
hope some
games
people
now.
lose. Yeah,
I
yeah.
I have to win out, but
Wait,
pretty
so
much.
when?
What,
You,
Cheese?
you go. I was
I'm
gonna say,
making-
when can we see people be mathematically eliminated? Will this be the
Probably next week after
Yeah,
these
next week.
games this week. A couple people, depending on what happens in the games.
Where's Pook's
Well-
whore ass?
well,
with the
anyway,
Oh, that's who we're
uh,
missing is
stats?
Pook.
I'm basically already walking to the unlimited bar, and the virgin pina colada is sitting right there, waiting to be picked up.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
as soon as I lose my next game, that drink's gonna be picked up, and I'm gonna find my chair.
I mean, after this week losing to cheese like this, I would have been reaching for an alcoholic drink, even though you're underage. But that's just me.
But my full team's back next week, which is
Okay.
good.
All right. So there's still
yeah,
some
I'm
hope
facing
for
the
you.
bye teams. I'm getting luck with these bye teams.
Yep. There's still some hope. Still some hope for both these teams.
Oh,
All
this
right.
next matchup.
Moving on to the next matchup, and
How
this
much money did I
one
win?
was another shocker, another huge shocker of the week. I mean, it wasn't a shocker, but it kind of was a shocker. Pete, 3-7 now as he's strung together another win. He's still fighting. He's not dead yet. Ernie couldn't kill him
This
off.
is the biggest shock game of the week.
Ernie couldn't kill him off as Pete the Scammer loses and scores 59 points. The new record. He grabbed
Yeah, I
that
predicted
record
that.
of the lowest
Hey,
amount
I
of
predicted
points
that.
from
Hey.
Madrista. He takes
I'd like
that from
credits.
Madrista, and Pete took him behind the woodshed, raped him, then took him back there the next day and raped him, and then took him
Still
back there the
3-7
next day
though.
and raped him, on and on and on. Just a total rape. Yeah, I don't know what other words can describe this. I mean, looking at Ernie's team, Carson Wentz was completely ass, as he continues to be ass. 8 points. Madison, who he played, I don't know why he played Madison, because frickin' Dalvin Cook was there and he got 0.4 points. As he picked up
Who-
Cordell Patterson, he picked him up midweek and for some reason decided not to play him over backup
Yeah, it wouldn't have helped.
Madison. It wouldn't have helped, but it would have got him. It would have got him past the record of the lowest points scored. Yeah, Duke Johnson did not perform as the number one guy. Jefferson was his only bright spot on Monday night. Fulgham had a disappointing game. You hate to see that from Fulgham. Yeah, just complete trash on that side this week, as he was not able to kill off Pete, as some of us were hoping he would do, and he didn't. Yeah. So any comments, Ernie? We'll start with you. Pretty disappointing result here for you.
We just got back from vacation. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, we had the backups in there to this,
Yeah, well,
we're back
clearly.
this week.
Yeah, clearly you
Back this
did.
week.
I mean, you had a backup running back as your starter, so clearly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like
you're
I
back.
said, we're back in action this week. Ready.
Okay. One concerning thing, as it's concerning for me as well, because I have Christian McCaffrey in another league, is McCaffrey. Traded for him. He came back last week, played really good, then was out again this week with an injury. Might even be out next week as well. That really hurts your team. Any comments on McCaffrey?
Did I win that week?
Yeah, you
Yes.
won the week that he
Oh,
scored
fuck yeah,
37.
yeah, fuck it. It paid
So
off
you got
already.
one win off of him.
That's all I needed.
But you wanted him for your playoff run.
But yeah, is it playoffs?
That's
yet?
all you need. You're not
Well,
still in the
you need him
playoffs.
for the run to get to the playoffs. I mean,
I
think he should
got
be
the-
rested until fully
I-
healthy.
I got the workhorse.
Safety
I got
first.
the-
for the player.
who is
No,
the
I have the
workhorse?
I got the
I have
new
the workhorse.
workhorse.
No,
I
I
got
have
the
the-
new
Hello?
workhorse.
You guys hear me?
Yes,
the
we can hear you.
stallion,
Who is the workhorse?
He's
Who are you talking
packing
about?
3
'Cause it
legs.
Can't be
Duke
Madison.
Johnson,
Oh, okay.
the new workhorse.
Okay, I don't,
Packing heat.
I don't know
He's
about
gonna-
that.
He's packing heat. He's about to
Alright.
shove it into you under this
Ernie,
week.
Ernie, I have the
Ooh, okay.
workhorse,
Wait,
it's
we'll
fine.
get to the preview. All right, moving to Pete's side. I mean, I know this probably wasn't a surprise, but it was a surprise on how much you beat him by. Any comments on your absolutely raping destruction of
Shut the
Ernie
fuck up.
this week?
Yeah, it's a really good thing that everyone knows that Ernie and I are not friends, because I'd have been accused of collusion for how bad Ernie just took it up the ass this week. Didn't even try. Didn't even try to make a trade. Started backups.
Yeah.
This is worse than anything Hunter did last year. Hashtag kick Ernie.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
Whose party is it?
I don't
Say it
know
again.
if I don't
Whose
know if
party is
that's
it?
enough. Ernie, calm
Have a
down.
good
I don't
night.
know if that's enough to kick him. I mean, at least he didn't.
Fuck up,
At
Pete.
least he
Keep it out.
started a
Fuck up,
player
bitch.
in every
Fuck up,
position,
fuck up.
unlike what Hunter did last year. Although,
That is
yeah,
true.
Ernie did
Pete, how
not
much do you
really.
weigh?
Ernie
you
just
confirm your
basically
weight?
took the rape and just took the L. I don't know why he would too, because he could have killed possibly Pete if he would have tried to.
will
I
give
would
that
have
to-
thought he would
I
be
will
making some
give that-
trades, but.
I'll give that honor to my good friend
Uh,
Pusa.
Okay. All right. So moving
Hello?
on.
Wait,
So,
what is
anyways, that puts Ernie back at 5-5. So now he's fighting for the playoff spot, back at 500. Pete's still not dead yet, as his points for is very good. So we'll see if he can
I don't know
keep
about that
stringing the wins
I don't know
along.
about Ernie
So-
fighting.
I mean, he's 5-5. He's the same record as you, Cheese, and
Yeah,
and he
but
has a better
his team is
points for than you.
His team is significantly worse now.
Can
Oh,
we fix the schedule
his
where I put
team
Cheese
is
the
worse
ranking of the
than
season?
yours,
Yeah,
Cheese? Is that what
it
you're saying?
is.
Wow.
Can we
His
fix
team
the
is worse.
schedule so I can play Cheese
Wow.
this week?
My team has never once scored 59 points.
That is true. Nobody has.
Your
You
team
got a
has
good
had
point
broke
there. You do
130?
have a valid point there.
Have your team broke 130?
I think
No,
one
but
week you did.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
maybe.
Okay. All right,
No,
moving
I
on
got
to the
130.
next game. You hate to see Pook not here. I'm surprised he's not here for this
Thank
one.
God.
But this one was the AIDS. This one took the cake for the AIDS of the week, as Pook and Matt were going back and forth all week. But Pook does get the small victory, 116 to 113, as this was a very close game. Dalvin Cook got him just enough on Monday night to outscore Jimmy Graham, who really let Madrista down with 0 points. If Jimmy Graham just does like 5 points or whatever, that gives him enough to beat him. So that was kind of disappointing. But yeah, Pook gets a win, huge win, puts him in first place all by himself at 7-3. So looking good, looking prime for a playoff position. It would take like a major collapse. He'd have to lose like the next 3 games and then like barely score any points each week to not make it in. So he's looking pretty good. On Matt's side, he falls to 6-4, but still in a prime spot for the playoffs. So yeah, this one was a tough one for Matt to take, but he's still in a good spot. Matt, any comments on your defeat to Pook in a close game? Hello,
Yeah.
Matt? No comments? Okay. All right, moving on to the next game. Is the party connecting, or is everyone here?
No, we're good.
No one's here? Okay. All right, moving on to the next game. We had Slaps versus Pussy. This was another surprising one, as I did not expect this to happen. Slaps gets a 31-point win over Pussy, 131 to 100. Slaps team popped off. Lamar Jackson had a nice, decent game. Josh Jacobs went off. James Robinson would have had a monster game, but he had 2 touchdowns called back, but he still got 13. DK Metcalf was really his only disappointment with 4. Deontay Johnson had a really good game, and didn't he stay healthy for the whole game, Hunter? Did he stay healthy for the whole game? This is the
Yeah, he
first
did.
time this year, and he had a great
He was-
game,
He
so
was
that was
the
good.
best wide receiver that day.
Yeah, he was. As that revolving Steelers wide receiver door continues.
It's a different wide receiver any week.
Yep. On
Oh,
Pussy's
no.
side, he did get Nick Chubb back, and Nick Chubb looked very good, so that's positive for Pussy to see. Miles Sanders came back and also did decent. It was mainly just Pussy's wide receivers that kind of shit the bed. Shark, after popping off against me, goes back to 9 points. That fucking bum. But anyways, so a 31-point win for Slaps. Any comments? A big victory for you, puts you to 6-4, only 1 point back. Pushes Pussy down to 6-4, so we got 3 teams at 6-4, all looking pretty good to make the playoffs. Slaps, any comments on that big win for you?
Yeah, I need this.
You did.
I'm playing my last 2 games this season are Zombie and then Matt. So I needed
2
to
really
beat
tough.
Pusa here, and then I've got Bill on his bye week this week, which is
Oh.
great.
That every
Um,
week, isn't it?
Well, thankfully this is actually his bye week, not the kind of fake bye
Okay.
week. But yeah, this is.
Well, don't choke to that, because that would hurt you.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I hope.
All right, Pussy, any comments after a lackluster performance from your team and getting kind of raped by Slaps? Kind of surprising. Thought this would be closer.
Yeah, you know, I had a rough week.
Yeah?
GG Slaps, but on a bigger note, I just want to, clarify that, it is very tough to make a trade in this league, and I'm just going to say this.
Puss-
I'm actually thinking about not playing in this league next year because of how hard
Wow.
the fucking it takes. I'm
Okay.
literally taking one up the fucking ass,
All right,
and
all
they're
right.
not going to accept
All right,
the
Pussy,
fucking trade.
time out a
Up
second.
the fucking ass!
Pussy,
and they're not
Pussy,
accept it.
there has been, I would agree with you if there wasn't been a lot of trades in this league, but there has been still a ton of trades made, almost at least one every week. Don't you think maybe it's just you that are the problem? Could it be possible?
Offers to 2
Could it-
individuals tonight.
Okay.
Oh,
And they
do we have
both tell
names?
me- One individual told me,
Fuck
due to other
yeah,
people.
you
Sorry, I
Jack
just got my
Pusa.
food. What is
One
Pusa
person-
pissed? What is Pusa pissed
Pussy
about?
is pissed
Okay,
that
no.
that he
No,
can't
no,
make
no,
a
no.
trade.
One person in
Oh.
this league told me that due to other people in the league, I am not even going to Look at that.
Pusa,
trade.
your fantasy
Whoa,
play
wait,
is
whoa,
just like
whoa!
your
Who is
zombie
that?
play,
Because that's
your
not
ass.
good. Who is
The
that?
other person
Pusa,
person
they
told
fucked
me,
you over. They fucked you over.
the other person told me that he'd rather have this player because he wants to watch him on television.
Okay, well, I mean, that's
None of that was me.
that's
so-
probably not a valid reason to not trade the player, but it's
Her
up to them.
goat
It's
is
their
no
player.
longer for sale, Pusa.
I mean-
I'm sorry.
I mean, I would say one thing, Pussy. You're complaining about not being able to make trades, but you had a trade accepted and you canceled it when it was a 5-4 vote.
2 players. 5 for fucking 2, and they're all quality players.
Pussy,
Who's
you
that
had a
stepping
trade
my
this
office,
past
lad?
week
Let's
that
work
really
something
would have
out.
hurt Zach actually, and it was 5 approves to 4 vetoes, and you canceled it out of nowhere. Like, I mean,
Pusa and
if you're-
Ernie making a trade, that is a trade I will uphold.
yeah, that's
Step
one.
into my
I will
office.
believe that when I
Step
see it.
into my
I
office,
cannot
my
have
good
people
friend.
in this league. If we're paying $200 to enter this league,
The trading
it was
system
a-
is
it was
$100.
The trading system is broken.
It was
The trading
$100,
system is broken.
but
we cannot have people in this
listen.
league saying,
No
"Oh, due to
justice,
other people
no
on
Alright,
the
alright,
league,
wait,
Okay,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait.
all right, due
What if we do
to
anonymous voting?
anonymous
Ooh.
voting.
Everyone just DMs you.
Rip the
I
commissioner.
mean, we could do anonymous voting, but probably not till next year because we've already done it. This
I
far
will
this
make
year.
my vote public every single time and
I
still
mean,
vote in chat.
Can we just say that? I mean, Pussy, I understand you're frustrated that you can't get a deal made,
No,
but
I am being
having
frustrated. I am picking one
okay,
up
calm
to
down.
fucking
Okay.
rip
Well,
them,
apparently
and
the
then
other
you
person
accept
doesn't.
the fucking trade.
Apparently the other person doesn't think so. So why don't you, when you send a trade that you think when you send a trade that you think is such a rape for the other person, why don't you expose it in the chat so everyone else can see how much you're getting raped on the trade?
The trade was I offered Zach Moss, Clyde,
Ooh.
Ben Roethlisberger for Russell Wilson. And he
Okay.
laughed at it and said he would rather
I didn't
watch,
laugh
it
at it.
watch him on television.
I never said that.
I'm just trying to add to
Well,
the conversation.
Pussy. I mean,
I'd rather
when
have Russell Wilson.
here's the
I think
thing with
it's-
trades, Pussy, because you and me have negotiated many times, and it doesn't seem like you really like to negotiate. You just like to send the offer or receive an offer, and then that's kind of it. So I'd say maybe start with going back and forth a little. I don't know. I mean, you also got to look at who you're trading with too. You're trading with Cheese, who is a different type of trader than other people.
I get it, but then again,
He did great till he canceled his own trade that had 5 approves.
Why am I playing with a bunch of idiots that have no idea what the fuck they're talking about?
Pusa, don't change a thing.
Okay,
I
well,
actually, to be fair, I actually vouch for Pusa because whenever I've traded with him,
The hell
our
up, Craig.
negotiations
You
have always
told
been
us
pretty
Craig,
good.
Craig, you're the worst.
all right.
person.
Well,
You
Pussy,
mean-
I would hate to see you not play in the league next year just
Should've been
because you
12.
can't get a trade done, but that's
I
up to
mean,
you at the end of the
it's
day. I can't
impossible.
control what other people do.
Out of all the contenders,
I
let
mean,
me just
Appar-
I want to add on.
Apparently,
Give
you're
me
not
30
doing a
more
rape
seconds.
enough, or maybe it's that
30
thing
more
that
seconds.
someone else mentioned a
30
while
more
back,
seconds.
how you trash everyone
Look
each
at the
week, so maybe
contenders.
they don't want to
Everybody
trade
has-
with you.
All the contenders have a good quarterback.
Okay.
I have 3.
listen, I would.
I have 3.
I would.
Sloppy,
I-
Puke,
Pussy,
Golfer.
hold on. Pussy, your Ben Roethlisberger scored you 29 points this last week, and you put him on the bench for Jared
Okay,
Goff.
and then
So
look who he
I would
played.
say you don't have that bad of a quarterback situation. You're just not playing the
Pusa,
right one.
I have 3
I
quarterbacks.
want
So-
a
Step
good
into my
quarterback that's
office.
gonna fucking put 25 plus every fucking game.
I would
All
guarantee.
right.
I
Well,
have a
everyone,
guarantee.
everyone, you heard what he
I
wants.
guarantee.
You heard what he wants. You guys can hit him up, and I'm sure he'll give you a fair
It doesn't
offer that
mean
you guys
Matt
can
Ryan
accept.
or Tom Brady or none of these
Okay.
fuckers. I want a guy that fucking runs in for fucking touchdowns. I want the
He
Josh
wants
Allen.
Pussy,
Alright,
pussy,
Russell
pussy.
Wilson.
We all want that, pussy. There's only a
Hey.
few of them in the league. Like,
I'm also not gonna
Pusa.
trade Miles Sanders.
There's a man.
End of
There's a
story.
man
Mike
by
Trout.
the name.
That kid is
Okay.
nice.
Hey, Pusa, there's a man by the name of Cam Newton that sounds
Pusa
like the
just
right
now
guy for
making
you.
his
There you
emotions
go.
that I was feeling on Sunday morning. when
Okay.
this turned
All right,
into-
we're gonna move on, pussy.
All right,
Good
the
luck
close
with your
friends of the
trade
week.
negotiations for one of the top tier
Dog
quarterbacks.
now.
I mean, pussy. Have you ever thought?
Keep it going.
Pussy, have you ever thought that maybe the
Wrap
person
it
doesn't
up,
want to give
Gunner,
up that
wrap
top tier
it up.
quarterback because they're good and they're good on their team? I don't. Maybe
No,
you
their excuses are other people in the league, and I want to watch that guy on television.
I never
That's
when,
fucking
when
terrible.
did I say that?
Okay. All
Pusa.
right, moving on to the final game of the week. Good luck with that, pussy. We have Zombie versus Zach in another
Oh, no.
shocker. This one was so interesting that I didn't even know that Zach came back and won until I found
God, I
out.
wish
Right,
I
Ernie's
had.
saying something. 88.38 to 88.98, a 0.6, I repeat, 0.6 victory.
no.
Second time now Zombie has lost by less than a point. Join the club, Zombie. Welcome to the club. I am in the
no.
club.
Wait,
Wait, how are
Welcome.
you calling that an upset
So-
if literally everyone in the
What?
league voted for Zach?
Whoa.
Are you gonna say it's an
No, I
upset
didn't.
then?
I didn't say it was an upset. I said it was a surprising
0.6,
game.
bitch. Shut
I-
up.
I'm
You're
s-
salty motherfucker.
I didn't say it was an
Salty
upset. I said I was
motherfucker.
surprised that both of you
Bitch.
scored 88 points and that you lost. That's all I was saying.
I mean, it's not surprising that Zach scored 88 points. Let's be honest.
Oh, are you calling his team trash?
You lost. You lost.
Dude, you lost to
Okay.
trash.
All right. Well, anyways, regardless, this now moves both these teams to 5-5. Welcome to the 5-5 club as well, as there's a lot of us in it. Zombie would still make if the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, Zombie would be in based off points 4 as the 5th seed, and Zach would be the first one out at 7th with based on points 4. But we still have more weeks to go. Yeah, this was kind of a shitter as Zombie. Just a side note, Zombie had Nick Foles in last preview show. You can go back and watch the video. He had Nick Foles in. Everyone, including myself, just gave him shit for that, as it was Nick Foles. And so then he's like, well, who is better to pick up because the frickin' waivers are trash. And I went, well, maybe Baker Mayfield. I don't know. And that was before I knew that it was going to be a monsoon windstorm. So he ended up picking him up, saw that it was a windstorm, and still played him. And he did get more points than Nick Foles, as Nick Foles only got 2. So you're welcome, Zombie. Other than that, Kalen Ballage and Davante Adams were really the only 2 decent players for Zombie this week, as his bye weeks hurt him big time, not having his Chiefs stacks. Not having his Chiefs stack. Okay. Well, you're lagging. Zombie.
$100 league and we got this guy.
Darren Waller drops a touchdown that he should have had that would have also helped him and got him the win. On Zach's side, it wasn't much better. Herbert led the way, though, with 20 points. His running backs did next to nothing with only 8 each. Michael Thomas, 4.7 points. He's back, but do you really want him back if he's only going to score you 4 points a
Can't
game?
guard Mike.
I don't know. But it all came down to the Hail Mary. The Hail Mary from Hopkins.
Can't guard Mike's 4.7 points.
Actually, it came down to the Hail Mary catch by Hopkins that got Zach within a striking distance, and then his Baltimore player, Andrews, on Monday night did the rest to give him the 0.6 victory. Another close one, as we've had so many close games. Zombie, your comments, you're calling Zach's team trash, but you just lost to it. Your comments after this tough loss by 0.6.
Yikes. Zach only put up 80 points against my bench.
88. Yeah, 88.98. Yes. Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. All right. Zach, your comments after the...
Saying, but I can hear him talking.
He
about 0.6,
said...
bitch.
Well, you probably can't hear me. All right. Points. All right. As we look at the standings after this week, as I said, Pook is in the top spot at 7-3. Then we have 3 teams at 6-4. Matt, Slabs, and Pussy. Then Zombie at 5-5. Me at 5-5. Zach at 5-5. Ernie at 5-5. And Cheese at 5-5. Look at that mess for those final playoff spots. That is a mess that I do not want to be in, but we'll see what happens as we have some more weeks to go. The points for is looking like it's going to be very crucial this season, as it looks like there could be like some ties. So we'll see what happens as we move on to those weeks. Real quickly, looking at the picks for last week, we have a new person that is undefeated in the picks for a week. Slaps went 6-0 last week, predicted all 6 games correct. He now ties Ernie for perfect weeks and also moves him up. Pook and Pete both had good weeks, though, at 5-1, so they're still both at the top. And Zach is still at the bottom at 2-4, but Bill did not submit picks last week, so if you continue to do that, Zach, maybe you won't finish dead last. All right. Now we move forward to the preview of this upcoming week. We will start with my game versus Zombie's fully back squad, who is fully back. I'm going to need some luck this week. because Zombie's team laid an egg last week. He now gets his Chief stack back, but we'll see what happens. Currently
Man,
projected.
that's really shocking.
Mixon's not
how
playing.
He was able to make all those trades to get all those players.
Okay,
What
pussy,
the
pussy,
fuck he
you
did that?
pussy. Okay, calm down. Calm down.
Oh, Zach
Relax.
left the party.
Relax. He keeps lagging. Pussy, just relax. He'll be
I
okay.
blame all of you fucks
Okay.
that don't want to make a
Alright.
fucking trade.
All right. All right. We
Yeah,
got
we
you.
know
We
it.
heard you loud and clear. All right. Anyway, Zombie is predicted to beat me 146 to 123, so a pretty large margin there.
Mixon won't play.
Hopefully, the Charles Barkley guarantee that Zombie is going to win comes back to bite him this week, and hopefully his team does not put up anywhere near that projected points. He has Patrick Mahomes against the Raiders, Joe Mixon against Washington, who is questionable. I am praying for Bernard's season. Come on, Cincinnati, just hold him out another week. Kalen Ballage against the Jets is very good. I'm worried about that. Tyreek Hill against the Raiders. Devontae Adams against the Colts, who Devontae Adams is questionable, so we'll see what happens with him. I would just be so ecstatic if both of them did not play. That would give me a much better chance to win, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure Adams will play. Waller against Kansas City. Julio back from bye against the Saints. Come on, Saints, shut him down, please. And the Steelers against Jacksonville, so that's very good. He could get a shit ton of points from his defense. On my side, I have Rodgers against the Colts, so a stingy defense. Hopefully Rodgers, just being so good, can overdo that. Kamara, who's also listed as questionable against Atlanta. I have no problem with that. He'll play, and I think against that defense he'll do well again. I'm going to need 40 to 50 points from you, Kamara. Antonio Gibson against Cincinnati, coming off a great week last week. Hopefully he can keep it going. Godwin against the Rams, a tough defense, so we'll see what happens, but I don't have many other choices, so we're going to start him. Tyler, questionable Lockett against Arizona on Thursday night. All reports today from Pete Carroll say he's going to play, so hopefully he plays. It's a decent matchup if he does. Gronkowski against the Rams, also not very good. And Edmonds against Seattle, I do like that. And the Saints against the Falcons. I'll hope and pray that the Saints play like they did against Tampa a couple weeks ago on defense. Yeah, so it all does not look good for me. This is almost assured that Zombie will Charles Barkley guarantee win this week against me. There is no way in hell Zombie doesn't win this game. No way Mixon doesn't play. No way Adams doesn't play. It's a guarantee that he will win this week. I think so. All right.
Gilbert, can you do my game last?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Hey,
All right, Pete. So since Pook's not here, Pete, who is winning this matchup?
Can you show me the bench for Zombie?
He acquired Le'Veon Bell today, so he will most likely play him.
That's a
believe.
terrible.
Yeah,
Wow,
well,
he
he's
did
got
play
Malcolm
Washington.
Brown against Tampa Bay, so it's not much better. And then he's got Joshua Kelly against the Jets, so he might
but he's already
play
started.
two Charger running
If
backs.
Mixon plays, you're gonna get absolutely wrecked. If
Yep.
Mixon doesn't play, it's gonna be super close because his
Okay.
backups are not super. So,
Okay.
what's the latest status on Mixon? Is he game time decision? I didn't
Day
pay
to
attention.
They are
day,
taking
he has
it
not- he has
day
not practiced since
to day.
October.
Ooh.
Not participating in Wednesday's
He has
He has
practice,
not practiced
day to day.
in a month almost.
If he doesn't practice
I
tomorrow,
don't think he's gonna
not
play,
playing.
Zombie.
He's
I
not
really
playing.
don't.
I would,
Well, I think that's why Zombie made that
Here's the
trade
thing.
today.
Here's the thing. I actually think Golfer needs to win this game more than Zombie does.
Oh,
Just
definitely.
because how the schedules
Yep.
work out. But both these teams are both still going to probably make the playoffs because they have a lot of points for, so they're probably both safe either way. But yeah, I'm going to say that Mixon doesn't play, and I'm going to pick Golfer to win.
All right. Let's see here. Who's
Ernie,
next?
DM, Ernie,
Hunter, go ahead. Who's winning?
Damn.
I agree with Pete that it's going to be close because I'm not going to say that Mixon doesn't play, but if he doesn't play tomorrow or doesn't practice tomorrow, he's definitely not playing. I like Zombie's matchup, so I'm going to take Zombie, but that could change if
Okay.
Mixon doesn't play.
Ernie?
Oh shit. So there's no way Golfer wins this with Tyler Lockett
I agree.
out.
I agree.
Alvin Kamara questionable. Zombie team is just so good.
I agree with that.
There's no way Zombie loses, so I'm gonna take Zombie.
All right. Zach here?
no, he left.
All right. Pussy. Is Pussy here? No?
No, he
All
left.
right, Matt.
All right. So
I heard my name.
Okay,
I'm not
Zach.
sure who's playing, but
Zombie
I'll
and
be,
me.
I
26 or
think it's
Gunner?
Zombie and
Are we just
but I
taking the
will be
tie?
picking Golfer.
You're supposed to take Zombie, Zach. God fucking damn. All right.
all right.
Matt.
So I can talk now.
Yep. Go ahead.
Also, wait.
So-
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I would also have something else to say. I would like to say my boy Ernie
Whoa!
will
What?
be.
Okay. All right, Matt. Go ahead.
I'm allowed to talk now.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
All right. So I believe that Pete Carroll is going to do the right thing and not start Ty Lockett, so
Whoa.
he doesn't risk him tearing his ACL, which he probably will if he
Whoa.
plays, because you know what happens when players play injured. It
Jesus.
gets dangling. So I believe that Ty Lockett's not going to play, and Joe Mixon's not going to play, and Gunner's team is going to run rampant and send Zombie to the
What?
beach
I have
where
Tyler.
he belongs, right next to Peter. GG's, Gunner, you got the dub.
All right.
Golfer, can you do
I
mine
don't-
next?
I don't know how Tyler Lockett not playing helps me beat Zombie, but okay.
Because if he
Flaps?
does play, it ruins your season.
I have to be honest with you. Tyler Lockett is gonna have a good game against the Cardinals with DK Metcalf. And
Okay.
Joe Mixon
With the
ain't
sprained
playing.
knee.
Joe
Mi-
Mixon
minor
ain't gonna
sprain.
play. And I am going with you, Golfer.
All right.
Minor
Cheese.
sprain turns into a torn.
I need it'd be better for me if Zombie wins. But I kind of think Golfer's gonna win.
So you're
Go
taking me. Okay.
Yeah, but it'd be better for me if Zombie won.
I'm surprised. I really thought more people would be taking Zombie.
No, because Mixon's not playing.
Matt.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Matt.
All right.
Can you go to mine? I have to go.
Hold on. We gotta finish off with Zombie.
Fuck you, cheese.
You
Or
going to go play Among Us?
Pussy. Who is playing
I got
between
him.
myself and Zombie? Who is winning?
If I pick Golfer, he'd get mad.
Yes, I would
So,
be.
Everyone's
take
picked
Zombie.
Golfer, so pick Gunner.
So take
You
Zombie.
have to appease Dad.
So take
I
Zombie.
will pick Zombie.
Thank you.
Hey.
And Zombie, final words on our matchup. Go ahead.
I like how my team's now turned into I'm
Oh,
relying
my
on Joe
God.
Mixon to play, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, your wide receivers are still really good, and they could make up for your lack at the running back if Mixon doesn't play. I agree with that.
I'm gonna win. It's a guarantee. I'm not a little bitch
Nice.
like all of you.
Shut
Fat faggots.
All right, I like that. All right. Moving on to where we have Cheese's matchup. Cheese versus Pook. And Pook's not here, but right now the ESPN projections have it as an exact tie,
Whoa.
118 to 118. So Cheese just maybe has a chance. Maybe. Pook does have some bye. Does he have bye?
Yeah, it's his
Yeah,
bye
bye with Allen and
The Bill.
Diggs. So all right, so Cheese might just get another lower point win. Pook has Joe Burrow against Washington. Jonathan, I don't know what the hell has happened to him, Taylor, as he's not doing anything lately. Against Green Bay, though, that defense's running is not great. Dalvin Cook against Dallas should be very, very good. Keenan Allen against the Jets should be very, very good. Right there, that if those two pop off, that's going to be tough for you to beat them. Michael Pittman Jr. against Green Bay. Dallas Goedert against Cleveland, and Naheem Hines, who popped off last week on his bench, now has him in there in the flex against Green Bay. So a lot of Colts against the Green Bay Packers. And Ravens against Tennessee, not too bad. On Cheese's side, he has Russell Wilson against Arizona, probably going to be a huge bounce back shootout game for Wilson after that bad one last week. Rex Burkhead against Houston. And Damian Harris against Houston. You're starting two Patriot running backs, Cheese?
I'm gonna kick one if it's Gio starting.
Okay. Oh, if Gio. All right.
He's
So
only
you
playing
might
for
be
4
switching
points
out
at the
Gio. All right. Will Fuller against the Pats as well. Christian Kirk, who we just acquired in a good trade for Cheese, I think, against Seattle. Great matchup this week. Hunter Henry against the Jets is also decent. And Cooper Kupp against Tampa Bay. Tough defense, but he might still get you some points. And the Browns against that horrible Carson Wentz turnover machine, Eagles. This is a tough one for me. I think Pook is still going to win because a couple of his players, like Cook and Allen, those star players, have great matchups. So I think they're going to pop off. And I don't particularly like Cheese's running back situation. But if Bernard, God willing, plays, that gives him a much better chance. But I still think Pook's going to pull this one out. But I do think it'll be like a 110 to 100 type score. So it'll be a lower scoring, but close. All right. Pete?
What the fuck is happening? That's all I gotta say. This is like Bill from last year.
Yeah,
Fucking
kind of
somehow,
is.
Cheese keeps winning.
Yeah.
His team, you know what? It's gotten better. You
Oh
gotta give him
yeah,
that. He's
he's
some decent
made trades. Yeah, that'd have been good.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, Russell
Matt,
Wilson.
check
Yeah,
the
he had a
ends.
bad week last week, but
Yeah, he's been good.
He's not.
he still won.
Yeah,
So here we are at 5 wins. He could actually make the playoffs.
And I got most.
I mean,
coming back.
yeah.
you know what, Cheese? Good on you, bro. Good on you.
Thank you.
And you know what? You're playing Pook at the perfect time to play Pook. It's just like Zombie and Zach last week. You got
Yeah.
Pook's best players out. You know what? Fuck it, I'm picking Cheese.
Wow, actually picking him. Okay, Hunter.
So, I can't pick Cheese in this situation because I need every 5-5 team to lose. But
Okay.
I
It's
still
true.
think I don't like how low Pook's projections are because if you really look at it, he's got some decent matchups. Like, if you look at all the defenses he's playing, the only good one is Washington, and that's iffy. So I think he's gonna win because he's got good matchups.
Okay. Ernie.
My boy, my good friend from LSU, will carry Pookley on his bye, and Pookley's gonna beat him.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say my good friend Cheese is gonna be Pook. Okay.
Fuck
Cheese.
Cheese.
All right. Zach. Is Zach here? I can't keep
No,
up
he's
with
taking
if
the
Zach
night
is
off.
here or not.
No, if you check the chat, Zach has relinquished his show duties tonight to our boy, Ernie United.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
And I will be
Yikes.
assistant for Ernie.
You hate
Imagine
to.
some Scottish fellow. Had
You hate to
had
see
Dalvin Cook.
Zach. Internet is so bad that he can't even do his own segment.
What was the
Okay.
What was that?
All right.
Imagine if Dalvin
Pussy.
Cook was on
I'm gonna
Slap's team
take
still.
Pook because
Be scary.
he has to watch his golden boy on television. That's why I'm picking Pete or Pook, I should say.
Okay. Matt.
I think we all know the legend, the man himself, who is going to run rampant like he ran rampant over me last week. And the high octane win he got, he's going to get it again. Pook
Okay.
for the easy dub.
Okay.
Easy.
Easy dub. Wow. Okay.
High
Slaps.
octane.
Slaps your team's
Eh,
trash. Or,
okay.
or not slaps. She's your team's
Thank you.
trash.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. Slaps.
I think Dalvin Cook's gonna have a phenomenal week against Dallas.
If only I had him. If only you had him.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with Pete. I think Cheese, hats off to you. You've actually done a really decent job with that team. I mean, 2 weeks ago you were looking like you were never going to even touch playoffs, but
He's right in it.
hats off
He
to you.
still isn't.
Right in it. Okay. Well,
Mm.
So
yeah,
you're
I'm
taking
gonna go Pook, but yeah, I mean, I think it could be close.
Zombie.
I'm picking Cheese because Pook's just a little fucking bitch.
Okay. All right. Cheese.
I'm picking myself, and
Okay,
I
nice.
think it'll be close because I don't like. He's starting two Indianapolis running backs. So
You
I
have
feel
two
like,
Patriots running backs.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna kick one for Gio. It's fine.
Who
Um,
are you kicking?
I'm
Harris?
kicking Rex, not picking Rex.
Whoa, 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 don't be
I
stupid.
mean,
there, bro.
Harris is questionable, so
Harris
it might
runs-
be an
Harris
easy
runs more.
choice.
But Burkhead is the work.
But I don't
Harris is
like-
the
I don't
number one
like-
back in that offense.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
picking Rex.
But if
is-
Harris doesn't play, then yeah.
Drop,
Harris doesn't play,
drop
kick
Rex.
him.
Let me pick him up.
No, I'm not dropping him. But I don't like that he's starting two Colts running backs. I think only one's gonna get points, and then Dallas Goedert has been projected for 10, but scores like 5. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, just
Carson Wentz is back.
just be
But,
careful. Just be
Dalvin-
careful. Be careful because Pookley is a notorious person to start the lineup on Thursday or on Wednesday, but then change it before Sunday comes around. So he may end up putting Ahmed, who had a
Why
great
does he
week
have 3
last
tight
week.
ends?
He's waiting to trade one. Why don't you hit him up? He's been asking for
No,
weeks
I'm
now.
good. Hunter
But
Henry
he
is
may
solid.
end up. It would not surprise me at all if he slides Ahmed into one of those running back spots because he had a good week last week. So I don't think Pukli's team, as it looks now, is exactly going to be the way it is.
Starting to arrow.
Jesus,
Yeah, your mic is pretty bad.
That's not me, is it?
Yeah,
That's
that's not me.
not
All right, so if
Oh,
you're
okay.
leaving Cheese real quickly,
picked.
who are you picking between Hunter and Ernie?
I'm gonna take Ernie's picks for the remainder of.
Oh, you're just taking Ernie's picks for the
Let's
remainder.
go.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, then moving on to the next matchup. This is another huge one this week. Pussy
this one
at
was last.
No, you said yours.
No,
I can go.
Pusa
No,
I can go
Pusa
now.
said.
I can go
Pusa
now.
said
I can go
last.
now. I
Okay.
can go
Well,
now.
we're going this one.
Oh.
Pussy at 6-4 versus Pete, who is still not dead in the water yet, at 3-7. Another huge matchup, which Pete is actually favored according to ESPN, 127 to 119. Pussy has Ben Roethlisberger against Jacksonville, Nick Chubb against the Eagles, Miles Sanders against Cleveland, Tyler Boyd against Washington, Terry McLaurin against Cincinnati, Dalton Schultz against Minnesota. All right, so hoping that the Red Rifle throws to Dalton. All right. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire against the Raiders and the Eagles defense against Cleveland. Okay. On Pete's side, he has the #1 quarterback in the land, Kyler. I run touchdowns every week. Murray and throw Hail Marys against Seattle. That is a juicy matchup, as that game should be high scoring. James Conner against Jacksonville, who's been kind of a disappointment the last couple weeks, so could see a giant breakout game for him possibly. Aaron Jones against Indianapolis, tough defense. Juju Smith-Schuster against Jacksonville. DJ Moore against the Lions, that's a great matchup. Hayden Hurst against the Saints. And JD McKissick. JD, I score less points than Gibson. McKissick against Cincinnati. And the Chargers against the Jets. So those are the teams. Is Pussy gonna be the one to finally put Pete to bed? I actually like some of Pete's matchups a little bit better than Pussy. And I think Pete somehow gets this victory. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. I don't know. Some of Pete's matchups, I mean, Kyler Murray could absolutely go off. I mean, Pussy's frustrated that he can't get a top running back like Kyler Murray. So I don't know. I think Pete might still be surviving this week, and it might be still alive. But Hunter, who's winning?
Pete's got some good matchups. He's got a good stack.
Yeah.
But I really think Pusa is one of the best teams in the league.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't like how I have to face him, but he's got a pretty good stack. The only thing that's questionable about his team is really, I guess you could say his tight end as well, but his quarterback situation is a bit iffy, but he's got good ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to take him because I like his matchups.
Okay. Ernie.
My good friend Pusa has a solid team.
Uh-huh.
Nick Chubb is back, healthy. Gonna prove why he was second first overall. And he was
He's going to prove why he was taken ahead of Kamara. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
he's back.
And he's getting the win. All right.
He is back.
All right. Well, in week 1 or last week, Chubb versus Kamara, it was heavily Kamara. But all right.
Hopefully
Pussy.
he doesn't avoid the
Or
end
not
zone
Pussy,
again.
sorry, Matt.
So
I'm
who's
up to
it's
that.
Pusa versus who?
Versus Pete.
Scammer. The scammer.
Oh well, I mean it's pretty much a bye week for Pusa. I mean Pete's already out of contention, so we don't need to worry about
Bye.
Yeah.
FIFA Pete doing anything. So I think we all know who's winning. Pusa's gonna take the
Okay.
dub. Chubb's gonna run him to victory. The
All
high
right.
octane running back that he is, and get the dub.
All right.
Pete, you better have bar service ready. A lot of people are coming.
All right. So, all right, Slaps.
I'm gonna go Pete.
Going
Shocker.
Pete.
Fuck you.
Going
Shocker.
Pete. And there's Pussy. Now telling Slaps to go fuck himself. All right. All right, Zombie.
I'm going Pete because all I heard from Pusa today is Poop 2.0 when it comes to crying and bitching.
Don't be off in your fucking room like you do all fucking day. Fucking just sit there and fucking lock the fucking door.
Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. All right. Pussy, go ahead. Have the floor. Are you gonna end Pete season. So many people have had the chance the last couple weeks, and they haven't done it. Are you finally going to be the one to send Pete to the beach?
Pete,
Peter.
I
That's
will be buying you a drink, buddy.
Oh, okay. That's it?
It's going to be over for you.
Okay. All right. Pete, your response to that? You got a free drink from Pussy. It's pretty nice of him, considering what he
he's a
said
really
last
nice
week.
guy. He's a really good guy. Question for you, Golfer. You said at the very beginning that you hate to say it, but you think I'm going to win. Why do you hate to say it?
I mean, listen, we've all, or most of us have missed the playoffs at some point and gotten shit for it. I think this is just your year that I'd like to see you miss the playoffs. I mean, listen,
Okay, fair enough.
your team is a very decent team on paper. So you taking Aaron Jones and Kyler Murray and James Conner all to the grave, if I make the playoffs, not having to face some of those players like Kyler Murray, I wouldn't be disappointed in that either.
So this will be a tough week for me.
Yeah.
Like people say, Poosa's got a good team. However, if I do win this week, I play Bill next week. Everybody think about that for a second.
Yeah. That's
And then
probably
I'm-
Yeah,
5
but
and
it's
7.
Bill can win
And-
anytime he wants to.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the standings
So-
are looking decent for you if you win out. I will say with your points.
If I win out points, well, I mean, I've got one of the higher points in the whole league, but it's going to be tough. I have to beat Pusa.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I'll be respectful of Pusa. He's good at fantasy. He's got a good team. Good for him. He could beat me very easily this week. It'll be a close game.
Okay.
Probably be really close, actually. He's got some good matchups. I got some good matchups. It'll
Yeah.
be tight.
Yeah.
If I happen to survive, though, I like my chances of being alive in the last week of the season. And I don't think many people would have thought that when I was 0-5 or 1-7. So,
So what do you need?
That's
Some
correct.
golfer.
That's correct.
What do you need?
so we'll see what happens. We'll watch
Alright.
the collusion that's going on here. in the background. That's all
I
good.
heard Ernie. I heard him. All right.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Good luck to Pusa. We'll see what happens.
All right. So Cheese said he's taking all of Ernie's picks, right? Okay. All right. So that's a good matchup. We'll see what happens with that one, as that one has some major playoff implications possible. Moving on to the next game that Zach is not here for because he
Oh,
keeps lagging out. Matt versus Zach. This is a big one for Zach, as he really needs to get this win against Matt, who is 6-4. Zach is 5-5 and needs to keep pace, as some of those 5-5 teams will win this week. So, see, right now he's projected for like a 1-point win, 117-116. Zach has Justin Herbert against the Jets. That is a very good matchup. He should pop off. I'm sure Zach is actually glad that Pussy canceled the trade, because Drew Brees got hurt, so then he would have had no quarterback if that trade went through. Chris Carson, who's questionable against Arizona. Will he finally play? Right now he's projected not to, with projected for 0 points. So we'll see. We'll go around another week with Chris Carson and see if he plays. I don't know. Mike Davis against the Lions. That is a very good matchup, as the Lions are horrible on run defense, and Christian McCaffrey looks like he's not playing. So that's another great. I mean, Mike Davis might be the best free agent pickup of the year, just according to how the season has gone, with him getting a ton of usage, even now that McCaffrey's come back. Okay, who is that?
sorry.
Michael Thomas against Atlanta is also a very good matchup with Jameis there. I don't think he'll take that much of a hit. I expect Michael Thomas to have a big week this week. If he doesn't do it against Atlanta's defense, I don't think he's going to do it the rest of the year. He's been disappointing since he's come back. I know Zach would disagree with that, but he has been. I mean, if you look at the numbers for the past couple weeks, 4.7 and 10.1 since he's come back. So I'm expecting him to break out and have a huge game this week against Atlanta. DeAndre Hail Mary Hopkins, after the huge Hail Mary catch last week. Now he gets Seattle, another great matchup, so that's good as well. Zach's wide receivers should do really good this week. Mark Andrews against Tennessee, not bad as well. And Robbie Anderson against Detroit, once again, another good matchup. And the Texans against the Patriots. On Matt's side, he's got Cam Newton against Houston. Good matchup for Cam. Did pretty well last week. Derrick Henry against Baltimore. Tough defense, but it's Derrick Henry. DeAndre, Pussy calls him terrible, Swift against Carolina. Pretty good. DeAndre Swift had a great week last week. Is really looking like they're going to start giving him the ball more. That's good. Chase Claypool against Jacksonville. Adam Thielen against Dallas is very good, coming off that good game for Thielen. Richard Rodgers against Cleveland, and Devontae Parker against Denver, and the Buccaneers defense against the Rams. Okay. I think this one is.
Quick, can we see the bench real quick?
They have. Yeah. Who are you looking at it for? For Zach? He's got.
That's because you could have Ertz back this week too, right? You could have, 'cause I don't think his tight end's gonna play.
Oh, Richard Rodgers.
Maybe the third tight end if
Does
Ertz plays this week.
He has Ertz. Oh, is Ertz on his IR? Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe he puts him in there instead of. Yeah. He's also, well, Jimmy Graham's on a bye, so he definitely isn't playing him. I mean, for Zach, if Carson doesn't play, then it's either Jamal Williams or
Old Man Peterson.
maybe Old Man
Carson's
Peterson
projected
or
for 0.
maybe
Or
Ingram.
They
Maybe
said he's
Ingram.
unlikely to play.
I mean, Zach has some options. I don't know if they're any great options, but so we'll see. I think this one is very even. This one might be the closest game of the week, but I predicted last week that Zach's wide receivers would pop off and get him the win against Zombie. One of them did. The other one did not. As I said, I think this has to be the week that Michael Thomas finally comes back and looks like his old self. So I'm going to take Zach, but I think it's going to be very close. If Michael Thomas gets another 4.7 this week against Atlanta, there is no way he is winning against Matt. So he needs him to step up. Pete, who's winning?
So this game's going to be kind of close, actually, which is kind of surprising. But when he replaces Carson with whatever running back he's going to replace him with, that'll be about 10 points. So Zach's actually favored to win by about 10.
Yeah.
According to ESPN. You got to think Michael Thomas is going to do something against the Falcons.
You would
the
think.
Falcons defense is so bad.
Yeah.
And Hopkins, Hopkins is a stud. Seattle's defense is so bad. Those are
Yeah.
really, really big matchups. Mike Davis has had an amazing year. Detroit's is shit. You got Herbert going up against fucking the Jets. Oh,
He's got good
God, I really
matchups.
have to pick him. Oh, ZAK is gonna win.
All right. Wow.
Why do you say that?
Yeah. Are you ever going to tell us what's behind the ZAK or?
He knows.
Okay.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
he knows.
Hunter.
Well, yeah, I mean, they pretty much said that Chris Carson isn't going to play. They said
Yeah.
it's unlikely for him to play.
Yeah.
I think it's still going to be close, but I like Zach's matchup. I saw it. I'm going to have to go with him.
Okay. Ernie.
This is a very, very hard choice for me.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sounds
it's
like a tie
playoffs-
then.
It's playoffs time. Zach's gonna his team's gonna blow up this week. That dumbass Wiss is just throw the ball to just
Okay.
Michael Thomas, and then yeah, he'll make it happen.
All right. So taking Zach. Okay. Pussy.
Who's playing?
It's Zach and Matt.
Well, considering Zach was one of the two individuals that told me that he was the individual that told me, hey, due to other people in the league, I'm not even going to consider that trade. I will
Oh.
be taking Matt.
Okay. Can I ask you one question though? Because you had that trade with Zach for the quarterback that I'm assuming
Correct.
you want, and then you canceled it when it was 5 proofs to 4 vetoes.
Because
I
it
was asleep.
not.
I was asleep.
Huh?
I was not involved.
Okay,
It was not
that was the
5-4.
question.
I can say that. Right now.
It was
not
5-4. It was. It was 5. I'm talking about the one that you
If it was
resent
5-4,
with
I
a
made
running back.
mistake.
Yes, it was. The one that he resent with Adrian Peterson involved as the second player, that was a 5 approved to 4 veto. And you canceled it. So that's all I'm saying. You can complain that you can't get Herbert from Zach, but you had the deal. You had the deal. So, all right, Matt. Who's winning?
So, in this matchup, Cam Newton.
Yep.
It's going to be. He came off a very horrendous week where he only scored 16 points. As Gunnar always says, he's trash and doesn't know how to run the ball, doesn't know how to throw.
He's facing a bad defense,
ever.
though, so trash might be good.
He just can't show up ever. Like beating the Ravens, Cam Newton would never do that, right, Gunnar? He would never. A player of that
the
caliber.
Patriots beat the Ravens,
The
but
Patriots. Cam Newton would never. Cam Newton would never score against that high-octane Baltimore
Yeah,
Ravens
yeah.
defense.
I said he had a decent game last week.
Cam Newton just doesn't know how to play, as Gunnar always says.
That's right.
And then my team, it's just I don't think Derrick Henry's going to be able. I mean, you saw how bad Cam was running the ball against Baltimore. I mean, Derrick Henry's probably not going to run the ball well. But, I mean, DeAndre Swift is an upside for me. But, unfortunately, I don't have my best player, Jimmy Graham, this week. And I probably will be playing Zach Ertz if he's playing. Or maybe I go to Pook to get one of his mini tight ends.
Ooh,
But
Pook would love to hear
will
that.
See? Who will see? I mean, my team's pretty average right now. It's probably not going to show up, but Zach, it's an honor to play against two high-octane wide receivers, or no, 4 high-octane receivers of Mark Andrews, Robbie Anderson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Michael Thomas. Such high-octane. Yeah. Better than anyone's in the league, even fucking the trash that is Zombie Beast's team. But I believe that this is going to be a high-octane tie.
A high-octane tie? So you're not even taking yourself, huh?
Nope. High-octane tie.
I'm so surprised by that. Okay, Slaps.
Taking Zach.
Zach, all right. Zombie.
I'm never taking the ginger, so.
Eat a fucking dick. I mean, you literally speak like 5 times.
Pussy, he didn't even attack you.
Pussy, what the
Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God. Every week, Pussy's got to go off on someone. But yet he complains that he can't get any trades done. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. Each week he picks someone else to say go fuck yourself to. But then when it comes time for trades, he can't make any.
I'm never going to pick a ginger. Go fuck yourself.
Okay. All right. So you're taking Matt Zombie. All right. So that means Cheese is taking Zach because that's who Ernie took. Okay. I wish Zach was here to make some comments, but he's not. So all right. Moving on to the next one. We had Bill, who is actually on a bye this week. I'm surprised he didn't change his name to the actual bye week Bills. Versus Slaps, who's 6-4. This is a huge week for Bill, as if he has any slimmer of hope at all, he's got to win this week, which I don't think it's going to happen. 94-124 is the ESPN projection, so a rape for Slaps. This win would be huge for Slaps, as it would put him to 7-4. Pretty much almost lock a playoff spot for him. Let's see. Slaps has Lamar Jackson against Tennessee. That should be pretty good. Josh Jacobs against Kansas City, James Robinson against Pittsburgh, DK Metcalf against Arizona, which is very good, and if Lockett doesn't play, it's even better. Galladay against Carolina, who is questionable. We'll see if he plays. Fant against Miami, who's also questionable, and Deontay Johnson against Jacksonville, and the Bengals against that horrific Washington team. On Bill's side, he has Tom Brady against the Rams, a tough defense. Who gets a lot of pressure on the quarterback, which is not what Tom Brady likes. So we'll see what happens with that. Michael Pirine against the Chargers. Devontae Booker against Kansas City. So he's hoping that Booker steals Jacobs' touchdowns, I guess. Brandon Cooks against New England. Jacoby Myers, after 2 good weeks, he's in there against Houston. I do like that matchup. Irv Smith Jr. is questionable against Dallas. I don't know about that. And Corey Davis against Baltimore. Tough defense. And Dolphins against Denver. Yeah, I think this one's going to be the rape of the week. I think Slaps is going to rape Bill's bye week, as he has some bye issues. Although, even if Bill didn't have the bye issues, I don't think it would matter. I still think Slaps would win. So yeah, I think Slaps is going to end Bill's season. Pete?
Well, I don't like any talk about anybody's season ending. You know, that's kind of scary around here. But
it would happen.
You know what's
if
really
Slaps
unfair? Here's what's unfair. Bill drafted a really good team, and I had to play Bill for the first week of the season, and he beat me. And since then, he's dismantled his team.
Yeah.
He's turned it into this. And that's unfortunate, because the people who get to play him at the end of the year, they really lucked out. So the people that had to play at the beginning of the year, he was 3-2 at one point. He's got 5 losses in a row.
Yep.
So the first 5 people that had to play him, that was much tougher. But yeah, I'm sorry, Bill. This is ugly. Slaps is going to win this. He'll pretty much lock up his playoff spot. Last week was huge for Slaps. That win basically guaranteed in the playoffs. So well done for Slaps. And yeah, Slaps in a mile.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all gave Bill shit for taking those 2 wide receivers so high with his 1-2, and they turned out to be studs this year, yet for whatever reason that I still don't understand, he trades them both away. And I think pretty much everyone will agree here that Bill's trades this year have not been good. There's been very few trades that Bill has actually done well in, dismantling his team, as Pete said. Hunter? Snore. Okay.
No one gives a fuck about this matchup.
Thank you.
Holy shit. You might as well just say about 2 words and then skip over it. I'm picking slaps and I'm going back to bed.
Okay, sounds good. Ernie?
For the record, I would like to say Bill will beat my record for the lowest score
Ooh.
week.
Okay.
So,
like that.
yeah, we're not gonna Craig one, but I'm saying the only reason we're watching this matchup is because Bill will score less than me this week.
So he's gonna take the record from
He's
you
gonna
a
take
week
the
after you
record.
got it. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm sure that will get Bill going. All right. Nice. Pussy.
I'm gonna take. Bill, no, I'm not. I'm taking slaps.
Okay. Matt.
Fucking shit, Bill.
will
Fucking just
be
talks
going-
trash at everybody and
Alright,
fucking
pussy,
just puts
pussy,
that lineup out
pussy.
there.
All right, you had your say. You took slaps. Sorry. Matt, go
Am I
ahead.
allowed to fucking talk?
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Are you done, Pusa? You done talking?
Wait, what have I done wrong?
yeah,
You-
what?
You've
I
been
was
on my
about to
case all
talk.
day.
I was about
You
to
know,
talk.
I was shit at zombies yesterday. Don't get me wrong, but you don't have to just get an agenda with
You're
me
the one
just
that's
because I was
on
shit at
his
zombies.
period.
No, that's because you're cutting me off. Are you
Pussy,
gonna cut
you
me
have
off?
cut
Why-
Matt off
why-
a couple times,
why is
and
everybody
you've been
attacking
All of
going
you've
crazy.
been
So he's
cutting
done
me off
nothing
all
wrong.
day. You know what? I
Pusa
just
hasn't done
abstain.
anything
I
wrong.
abstain from picking this game.
Oh
Abstain.
my
So you're
god.
taking a tie.
I know I abstain. I'm not even picking a tie. I don't even want anything involved in this game. This game I don't want no involvement in.
All right. You couldn't just say slaps, Matt. You have to be difficult and do this. Okay.
Nope. That's
All
what
right,
happens
zombie.
when I'm cut off, Pusa.
Zombie.
Fucking bitch.
I'm picking Craig, but it would be the most hilarious thing if Bill won.
Yeah. It would be a major blow to slaps if he doesn't win this.
Craig might break another controller.
Hold on. Can you go to Pusa's team real quick? Can we do a little overlook of it real quick?
Again, I don't know what Matt's
we already
agenda
passed
is today.
I want to look
as
at it.
he-
Can we
he
look
tried
at
to
it real
correct
quick?
my grammar.
Hurry up, Matt.
All right.
Talk
so
trash on my zombie
I
game.
think that Ben Roethlisberger is going to get arrested for all those rape charges against him.
Like Ronaldo.
Nick Chubb is going to break his ankle again. Miles Sanders is also going to break his ankle again. Tyler Boyd isn't going to catch anything, and AJ Green is going to have the biggest week ever.
AJ Green. Okay. Okay.
Terry McLaurin
I guess it's a good
is
thing
going
you've
to
just
get
been,
you 10
picking
points.
bullshit and saying
Dalton
I
Schultz is
abstain
going to have a
picks
Dak
and stuff
injury.
Like that, so.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to get outshined by Le'Veon Bell, who
It's already
turned into the
9:04.
bell cow. Cleveland will drop 50 points on the Eagles defense, and
Whoa.
the Miami kicker will get in a car
Wouldn't.
crash and not be able to play.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
I
Thank you.
take
Jesus
Pete
Christ.
by a landslide.
All right.
Cut me off again. You
Fair
go
enough.
ahead.
All right.
What the?
Okay.
Also, I pick slaps. There we
Didn't
go.
realize
Yeah,
Matt
Matt
was
Chase
entitled
slaps.
like he's the fucking president of the United States. But
Okay.
hey,
All right. We're moving
Carry
on.
on, carry
We're
on.
moving on. Slaps. Are you getting this rape victory, or are you gonna somehow choke this?
Did Pusa just call Matt Trump? Is that what happened there?
I reckon.
I said
He
I didn't
called me
realize he was
entitled.
like
He
the
called me
president of the
entitled
United States.
because
Okay,
he was
okay,
cutting me off when
okay.
I was trying to talk.
You're cutting slaps off now.
I
Ignore the-
reckon my top 4 players, Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs, James Robinson, and DK Metcalf, will outscore his whole team.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay. So a major rape. then. Wow.
Yes.
All right. All
Wait,
right.
slaps. Are you gonna put some
Behind the
bench
woodshed.
players? Let them get some is it a friendly match? Let them get some time.
Oh, he's
No.
not doing that. Good try,
No,
Ernie.
do
Good
not.
try.
Put in the
He's
bench
not taking the
players.
chance of losing. Nah, that's not the case. He's gonna take his win on the bye. And
Or
move on.
are you gonna be like Jose Marino?
All right,
never
and
asked
we-
why they don't play.
and we move on
No,
to,
thank
the,
you.
to the final matchup of the week. This one is a big one. Hunter at 4-6 after that disappointing game last week against Ernie at 5-5. Both these teams desperately need a win for the playoff picture. Only one of them can get it unless they tie, which I don't think that really helps them if they tie, but Hunter is currently projected to win by 6 points, 119 to
Oh, no.
113. Ernie's team would look way better if he had
You wanna refresh it real
McCaffrey
quick?
in there. Oh my god. Okay.
You motherfucker. Don't make me
It's just
Are
gonna
you
it's
up
gonna change it a
bigger?
little bit. That's it.
All right. All right. So 120 to 113. So you go up
Oh.
another point. So by 7. Okay. Hunter has Deshaun Watson against New England. Kareem Hunt against Philly. Todd Gurley against the Saints. Robert Woods against Tampa. That's kind of a tough matchup. A.J. Brown against Baltimore. Also a decent defense. We'll see if A.J. Brown bounces back after last week. Travis Kelce back from the bye against the Raiders. I like that. And Mike Williams against the Jets. It's the Jets. They suck. And the Chiefs against the Raiders. On Ernie's side, he has Matt Ryan against the Saints. Okay. Ezekiel Elliott against Minnesota. We'll see what Zeke can do if Dalton plays. That hopefully could help Zeke a little bit. The number one ball
The
carrier, workhorse, I don't know if he really is, but Duke Johnson against the Patriots. Justin Jefferson against Dallas should be pretty good, as he looked good last week. Calvin Ridley was questionable against the Saints. So he's got the Ryan to Ridley connection. TJ Hawkinson, who's also questionable against Carolina, and Travis Fulgham against Cleveland, and the Patriots defense against Houston. All right, so Ernie's got Duke Johnson against his Patriots defense on the same team. All right. If Ernie had McCaffrey, if McCaffrey didn't get this other injury and be out, I would pick him because I think that would give him the edge. But I don't know what I'm getting out of Zeke. I don't know what I'm getting out of Duke Johnson. He's got some other questionable injury people. So I actually think Hunter pulls off this win, but I do think this one's still going to be pretty close. Pete.
Is Ridley playing? Do they know yet? What's his status?
He is playing.
He was a limited participant in practice on Wednesday, so that's he's
This is a huge game for both.
It is.
I actually think the loser of this does not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Pretty
Definitely
obvious for
hurt
Hunter because
Hunter
they give him 7. But yeah, with Ernie, like he plays Bill though in one of his last games, so he has a little more leeway.
Yeah.
If he wins this, he's probably in the playoffs. So it's a pretty big game for Ernie. If Ridley doesn't play though, I think Hunter wins. And even if Ridley does play, he's going to be banged up. I don't think he's going to get as much action as normal. So I'm going to pick Ernie to win this one. Hunter to win this one.
All right. Pussy.
I cannot pick against my friend Ernie.
Hey.
Okay, so you're picking Ernie. Matt.
Take a pause here. Wait, let everyone get it out.
I think he's good.
Pause.
I think he's good.
Did he get the
Alright.
Did he get the fucking? All right, we're good.
He was
All
pretty
right,
quick on that one. Just my friend.
I will pick. See,
Jesus,
unbelievable.
Pussy.
Unfucking believable.
Go ahead, Matt.
I will take.
All right, Pussy. That's enough. That's enough.
I'll take Pizza Scammer for 500 Trebek.
Hey.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Slaps.
I actually quite like Ernie's matchups. I don't like AJ Brown against Baltimore. I don't like Robert Woods against Tampa Bay. Calvin Ridley against New Orleans is good. Justin Jefferson against Dallas is good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ernie.
All right. Wow. Zombie.
I'm gonna go with Hunter.
Okay. All right. Hunter. A lot of people picking Ernie, but a very close game. You getting the win to keep your season alive?
Well, I'm gonna pick myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a terrible week for matchups. They're all red except for Mike Williams.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you look at Ernie's team, he's got Duke Johnson as well as the Patriots defense. I think the Patriots are gonna have a field day with the Houston defense, and I think Deshaun Watson's gonna have to pass his way out. He'll probably put up 25. I think that's gonna lead me to the victory.
Okay. Yeah, you do have the quarterback against Ernie's defense. Okay. Ernie.
It's a big matchup.
Yes.
I
it's
have a
huge.
new workhorse.
Okay.
Duke Johnson as a pass catching running back, so he'll give me some nice receiving. He just didn't do good because of that stupid ass storm.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Matty Ice and Ridley will carry me. I am scared of Kareem Hunt and Travis Kelce though,
Okay.
but I think I'll win.
All right. All right. So that is the predictions for this week. Good luck to everyone in their matchups. Real quickly before we go to Zach's segment, sponsored by Ernie and Matt. The final week, last week of the Blackjack game that we tried, had 2 winners. Congrats to Slaps and Hunter, as they both got hands of 20. So they both doubled up. So Slaps won $20 and Hunter won 16. I will send that to you after the show. Zach, even though he got to play the same hand as the dealer and take 4 people, he only decided to take defense kicker. So he only got 8 and lost. Bill also took defense and kicker and lost. Pook did play a hand and got a little unlucky that his 4th player, Ahmed, got 0.0, so that hurt him, or else he could have had a really good score. Matt also took defensive kicker and lost, and Ernie took a hand and was very close. Decent hand, 16, but came up a little short as my hand got 19. GG's
I
to
guess
the
I didn't
people.
get on the graphic.
What? Alright, so anyways, GG's to the people that tried that this year. It was a game we tried out. Didn't quite work the way that I wanted, as a lot of people just tried losing hands each week. But GG's to the people that gave it effort, and congrats to Slaps and Hunter for winning. Alright, let's see. Alright, Ernie, Madrista, however you're doing
Madrista,
this,
take over.
take it away.
Madrista, take the lead.
You
got the DM?
Let me.
Check
Yeah,
the DMs real quick.
I'm good. All right, and
Alright.
today, the rankings that will be sponsored by us due to Zach's lag. Let's
Zach's horrible internet.
Zach's horrible.
Zach gets
internet.
like 0.6
Zach,
upload.
I'll get you in contact with my mom. She works for Spectrum. She can help you out. All right, here we go. Let's get the ball rolling. At number 1, from
at 1.6.
From the university, or from Ohio State University, can't guard Mike. What a lad at 1.6. What a high octane receiver that is better than anyone on Poose's team. He just always will be better than anyone on Poose's team, even if he's injured. And at 2.6, the man himself, the legend, Hail Mary Hopkins. I think we all saw that. Ernie, did you see that? Just an amazing world-class catch. That
Best receiver in the game.
Exactly. That no receiver on Poose's team could ever make that catch. Just super high octane and just amazing. DeAndre Hopkins, probably best receiver in the league. Like, it's amazing to see him at 2.6. Hey, you want to say that 0.6 for me, Anthony? Come on. 2 point what? 2 point what, Anthony? 2 point what? Yeah, all right. And we continue. I'll let you. Come on, introduce yourself.
Oh my
At
god.
3.6, we
Jesus
have
Christ, this is a
we
train
have
wreck.
who? Well, Ernie, if you just want me to do it, I'll just
Okay,
do it.
let's
All
speed
right,
it up here.
the man himself. I'll literally speed it up. I didn't know if Ernie just wants me
I
to do
lagged.
it. All right.
I lagged.
At
Yeah.
3.6, the man himself, the legend, Ernie Reyes. Ernie Reyes.
Who
All
will get
right,
the
and
win
we
this week?
continue. And at 4.6, we have the commissioner himself, the legend, the man who
The
is better
graphics
than
man.
our former commissioner, the man who made these very easy-looking graphics, Gunner. And we continue. At 5.6.
Oh, don't trust the graphics.
Yeah, continue. At 6.6.
You just mean 0.6.
At 0.6, we have
Just 0.6.
Anthony, say it with me. And
what?
at 7.6, we have the man himself, the zombie legend who carries us to high octane dubs, Hunter. And at 8.6, we have myself.
Moneymaker Matt.
Yeah, Moneymaker Matt, the man who doesn't interrupt people ever, just like someone, I'm not going to talk about and continue. the 9.6, we have from the University of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield, the man.
Got more
better
points than
than
Nick Foles last week. Better than Nick
And
Foles.
I will say this on record that he is a better quarterback than any quarterback Puso will ever have, and Anthony will ever have. Baker Mayfield.
Okay, have a
man.
good night. That is
Pussy, that's what you can get off the waivers. You don't have to trade for. There you go. Go get him.
At
That's beyond
10.6,
delusional.
at 10.6, we have a team that is better than Pusa's whole fantasy team combined, the Dallas Cowboys. They are absolute ass ever since Dak snapped his ankle, and just everything went down the drain. Just CeeDee Lamb's ass, Mark Cooper's ass, Zeke's ass. Just hate to see it. And at 11.6, we have a Jurassic Park porta potty scene. So everyone else underneath this is going to be inside that porta potty. That is where you are from here on out. And at 12.6, we have what that porta potty probably smells like cheese. Probably smells awful, stinky. Sam's team's awful and stinky. Just like, yeah, just a yikes.
Just like his trash ass wedge that we don't use anymore.
Wow.
Yep,
Don't hate on
exactly.
him. I
And
appreciated
at
that red zone.
13.6 from the great country of Scotland, we
Damn.
have Craig. And he's just under that, it's just a drunken whiskey, no ACL. Just,
Abortion.
he's
Pro
just right
abortion.
there. His ACL's in that porta potty,
Pro
and Slaps was
abortion,
going to go
fellow.
look for it.
Yikes.
It's in that porta potty, and at 13.6, he's gonna try and find it. Will he ever? The world may never know. And
Nope.
next up is a man who doesn't even, maybe he needs to give his ACLs to Slaps because he's never going to use anything athletic. and himself, the legend himself, the man with the greatest wide receivers. But really he just has just no athletic ability. He just needs to stick to watching regular season basketball games and to the trash San Diego teams. Anthony, what a lad. 15.6. We have the house husband himself,
Miss Doubtfire herself.
Bill.
That team
Bill.
is trash.
And hopefully he doesn't get COVID.
Ooh.
He's in our prayers.
No prayers.
And
Hopefully
the
he
best
gets the
fantasy
terrible
player of all time, coming up here at 16.6, Aiden. I don't agree with the racism there, with the lead there. I do not agree with that. That is Spy Gunner. Unbelievable.
Whoa, that is
racism
what
right
Zach
there.
sent me. That is what Zach
If
sent
this
me
video
with
ever goes on
lead.
YouTube,
That is
I know his workplace.
bullshit.
It's in my Excel
That
sheet. I will
is-
put it there.
That is bullshit because I
higher
received
ups
it as Lee, not Pookie.
I can confirm it was
Follow the
poop.
graphics.
Our
of the
transcript said poop.
unbelievable, but 16.6 we have Pook, who has such a high octane team, but unfortunately he's just so trash as a person right now. Just really upset our boy Zach, and that he earned his spot there on Zach's rankings.
Completely unbiased.
And I think we all know.
And
Ernie, I'm gonna
the
Ernie. This is you.
last place. The last place. You can't get any lower than this. The waste of space, the cum bucket that we all know as Mr. Pete, FIFA Pete, Pete722, Peter, Bankrupt Pete, or whatever his name is. Thank you.
Okay. And
Oh my God,
congrats
that
once
sounded
again to
good.
Zach for getting that .6 Hail Mary catch, as all the people were stunned in the stadium for the .6 catch. Congrats to Zach on that big win for him. Hopefully he can get another one this week. All right, thank you to everyone that attended the show. Once again, next week we will not be having a show due to Thanksgiving. Good luck to everyone in their matchups. Pay attention to the COVID if it sneaks up, as well as their players. And we will see you back here in 2 weeks, as we will be 1 week until the playoffs when we preview that one. Good luck, everyone. GG's.